What's going on, baseball fans? And welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into today's absolutely wild story, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon because you're not going to want to miss what's happening in Los Angeles right now. Trust me, this one is absolutely insane. So, Shohei Ohtani just did something that has the entire baseball world talking. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this could change everything we thought we knew about the Dodgers' plans for the upcoming season. The two-way superstar didn't say a single word publicly, but his actions are speaking volumes, and fans are absolutely losing their minds trying to figure out what this means for LA's championship aspirations. Let me set the scene for you. We're in the middle of what should be a relatively quiet time in baseball, but the Dodgers never really do quiet, do they? Especially not when you've got the biggest star in the sport on your roster. Shohei Ohtani has been going about his business, doing his rehabilitation work, staying focused on his preparation for the season, and then boom, something happened that nobody saw coming. Now, before I tell you exactly what went down, you need to understand the context here. When the Dodgers signed Ohtani to that historic $700 million contract, the entire baseball landscape shifted. We're talking about a deal that deferred so much money it basically broke the system. Ohtani made it clear he wanted to win, he wanted championships, and he was willing to sacrifice immediate earnings to make sure the Dodgers could build a super team around him. That level of selflessness from a superstar player is almost unheard of in modern sports. So here's what happened. Over the past week, Ohtani has been spotted multiple times at Dodger Stadium, which isn't unusual in itself. Players work out at the facility all the time during the off-season. But here's where it gets interesting. Sources close to the organization have revealed that Ohtani wasn't just there for his regular training sessions. He's been in meetings. Multiple meetings. With front office executives, with the coaching staff, and get this, with players who aren't even on the Dodgers roster yet. Now, Ohtani hasn't posted anything on social media about these meetings. He hasn't done any interviews. He hasn't released any statements. This is classic Shohei, letting his actions do the talking. But those actions are screaming something that has fans absolutely buzzing with excitement and anticipation. The word coming out of Chavez Ravine is that Ohtani is taking an active role in recruiting. We're not just talking about showing up to pitch the organization to free agents. We're talking about Ohtani personally reaching out to players, making calls, sending messages, doing whatever it takes to convince top talent that Los Angeles is where they need to be. This is the silent message, the one that says more than any press conference ever could. Ohtani is all in, and he's making sure everyone else knows it. Now, let's talk about what the Dodgers are actually planning here, because this is where things get absolutely crazy. According to multiple reports from insiders who have connections within the organization, the front office isn't done making moves. Not even close. Despite already having one of the most stacked rosters in baseball, despite winning it all last season, despite having Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman in the same lineup, they're looking to add even more firepower. The names being thrown around are absolutely wild. We're hearing whispers about another starting pitcher to bolster what's already an elite rotation. We're hearing about potential bullpen additions that would make their relief corps virtually unstoppable. And here's the kicker, there are rumors, and I want to emphasize these are still just rumors at this point, but there are legitimate rumors that the Dodgers are exploring trades for impact bats that could give them even more depth in an already dangerous lineup. Think about this for a second. The Dodgers won the World Series. They added Ohtani. They've got young talent developing in their farm system. And they're still not satisfied. This is the kind of organizational mindset that creates dynasties. This is what separates good teams from legendary teams. And Ohtani's involvement in this process, his willingness to be the guy who helps sell the vision to other players, that's the difference maker. The reaction from Dodgers fans has been absolutely electric. Social media has been on fire since these reports started coming out. Twitter is filled with fans speculating about who Ohtani might be recruiting. Reddit threads are breaking down every possible free agent and trade target. Facebook groups dedicated to the Dodgers are working overtime trying to figure out what moves are coming next. One fan tweeted something that really encapsulates the mood right now. They said, "Ohtani took less money so we could build a dynasty, and now he's out here recruiting like a general manager. This man is different." And honestly, that sentiment is being echoed across the entire fanbase. There's this overwhelming sense that something special is happening, that we're witnessing the formation of something that could dominate baseball for years to come. But it's not just Dodgers fans who are paying attention. Fans of other teams are watching nervously, wondering if their franchise's top players might be getting phone calls from Ohtani. There's a sense around the league that when the best player in baseball personally reaches out to you and says he wants to play with you, that's pretty hard to turn down. The Dodgers already had the advantage of being in Los Angeles, having a massive budget, and boasting a winning culture. Now add Ohtani as a recruiter to that mix, and it's almost unfair. Let's zoom out for a moment and talk about what this means for baseball as a whole. The competitive balance in Major League Baseball has always been a topic of debate. Small market teams struggle to compete with big market powerhouses. But what the Dodgers are doing right now takes things to another level entirely. They're not just using their financial advantages. They're leveraging star power, organizational excellence, and player involvement in ways that other teams simply can't match. Other franchises around the league have to be watching this with a mixture of admiration and concern. How do you compete with a team that has everything? How do you convince a free agent to sign with your organization when Shohei Ohtani is personally calling players and inviting them to join him in Los Angeles? It's a legitimate question that front offices across baseball are going to have to grapple with. Some analysts are already calling this the new era of super teams in baseball. We've seen it in the NBA with player empowerment and stars teaming up. We've seen it in the NFL to a lesser extent with certain franchises consistently attracting top talent. But baseball has traditionally been different, with longer contracts, less player movement, and more parity. What the Dodgers are building could change that calculus entirely. From a business perspective, what Ohtani is doing is absolutely brilliant, both for himself and for the organization. By taking an active role in recruiting and by being so invested in the team's success beyond just his own performance, he's building his brand in ways that will pay dividends long after his playing career is over. He's showing that he's a leader, a team builder, someone who cares about winning above all else. That's the kind of reputation that opens doors in business, in endorsements, in future opportunities. For the Dodgers organization, having Ohtani as essentially an unofficial ambassador and recruiter is invaluable. You can't put a price tag on what it means to have the biggest star in your sport actively working to make your team better. It saves the front office time and effort. It gives them an edge in negotiations. It sends a message to the entire baseball world that the Dodgers aren't just trying to win, they're trying to dominate. The financial implications are staggering too. Every superstar the Dodgers add increases merchandise sales, ticket demand, television ratings, and overall franchise value. The investment in Ohtani, even at $700 million, could end up being one of the smartest business decisions in sports history when you factor in all the secondary benefits his presence brings. Looking ahead to the season, the implications of Ohtani's recruiting efforts and the Dodgers' potential moves are massive. If they manage to land even one or two of the players they're reportedly targeting, this team could be historically good. We're talking about a roster that could challenge some of the greatest teams baseball has ever seen. The pitching staff could feature multiple aces. The lineup could have no weak spots from top to bottom. The bullpen could be shutdown quality. The defense could be elite at every position. And all of this would be led by Ohtani, who when healthy is capable of being the best pitcher and one of the best hitters in baseball simultaneously. That's not hyperbole, that's just facts.